Okay everybody, welcome again to CrunchFit. Middle of June, feels like it in terms of temperature in here again today, but change of scenery today here at Crunch offices for a change, so rather than my lounge in the backdrop. So welcome to Crunch offices. So good turnout again on the live feed, and obviously we're recording the session for the Crunch Chorus and to go on the Hesketh Performance channel. So today, everybody, we're going to be focusing on the core and the core only. There's not going to be much else. So our whole warm-up is going to be focused around the core. We need to get the heart rate up a little bit as well, but most of the warm-up and everything is going to be focused on core and so strength and stability. So all 9 exercises are going to be focused on the core area. So it's going to be interesting by the time we get to set 3. 30-second sets as per normal. Hopefully you've got your drinks with you, got a towel with you. Certainly if you're on a hard floor, you probably need a mat with you as well. Make sure that's very handy, because most of the exercises will require us to be on the ground. Okay, so if you're all ready to go, then let's get the warm-up started. So as ever, let's get jogging on the spot. Like I say, we'll focus very much on getting this midsection area nicely warmed up. Keep that core engaged, belly button pulled right back in the whole time, of course. Okay, let's do one of my favourites, good old trunk twists. Get that back unwound a little bit, certainly good for realignment. Don't go too far on the warm-up. If you're anything like me, you hear a bit of crunching going on right now as the vertebrae realign. Been sat in the chair all day. Okay, let's do some side stretches. Reaching up, stretching out to one side. Again, keep that core pulled in nice and tight. Okay, jogging again. Okay, we'll do some punches now. Get a bit of a body twist going with a punch. Try and get a bit of core power going with these punches. Imagine you've got your mortal enemy standing in front of you. Give you a bit of power. Some uppercuts as well. Get a good side swing going. And jogging again. Okay, let's do some good mornings. So we're going to lean across that bar like we normally do. Imagine you've got an imaginary bar across your hips and hands across your chest. Keeping that back nice and long. Lean out over the bar about 4 or 5 times. Just to get a lower back, hamstrings going. And jogging again when you've done your 5. Good, down on your mats then, we'll do some spinal rolls. So just roll yourself up into a ball and just gently roll back just onto the base of your neck, not actually on your neck, but up to the sort of top of your shoulders, base of the neck. Again, just helps to loosen off the vertebrae a little bit. Okay, lay flat on the mat, but with soles of your feet on the floor. I'm just going to do some gentle knee raises down to the side or lowering down to the side. Again, just help with that back realignment before we get into this main set. Try and keep those shoulders on the ground. It's really just the pelvis that's rotating. Get 4 or 5 each side will do us. Okay, back on your feet then. Back to jogging. We are going to do a bit of hamstring work in the bridges and things like that, so we're going to do some heel kicks just to get the hamstrings firing a little bit more. Good stuff. And jog. hip flexor work in here today as well. So we're just going to do a few knee rotations. So imagine you've got that pencil on the end of your knee, nice big circles in either direction, doesn't really matter. We can change direction in a second. Make it the biggest circle you possibly can. 3 in one direction, 3 in the other. Good challenge for the core as well, this one. Stay nice and upright. Change legs when you've done your 3 in each direction. Okay, change direction again. Okay, when you've done your quota, then back to jogging again. Okay, we'll do some gentle bent over trunk twists. Now, we've done this one as part of the main set before, but we're just going to gently just do some touching down to our toes, but in a kind of a windmill fashion. Just nice and slow. Try and get a bit of a crunch on with your obliques and sides as you reach down. Okay, jogging again, good stuff. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of plank just to complete the warm-up. Just going to do 1 minute, standard plank. Shoulders, or elbows just above your, just underneath your shoulders. Make sure that body line is nice and straight. And whatever you do, pull that core in. Make that belly button almost touch your spine, so how it should feel. So 1 minute then, are we ready? Assume the position, 2, 1, and go. So nice and strong then. Legs straight. No rocking and rolling, keep those shakes under control. It's only a minute we're going to do, so that's still part of the warm-up. Okay, 30 seconds, good, nice and solid. Keep it going. Seconds to go. 5. Hold on to it to the minute. And relax. Well done. Good stuff. Okay, have a quick drink. So, as I mentioned earlier, every exercise we're going to do tonight is focused on the midsection area. The first 3 are going to be focused pretty much on the slab of abs at the front here, whether that be lower abs through to upper abs. That's pretty much where the focus is going to be. The next 3 exercises are going to be focusing really much on the core that runs really from the middle of your back down to the hamstrings. That's your next 3 exercises, and the last 3 are going to be focusing on the obliques, the sides. Okay, so I've deliberately kind of bunched exercise groups together to hit the same body part over and over. So it's going to get fairly brutal, shall I say, by the time we get to set 3. So holding on to good form and good technique is going to be really, really important by the time we get to the end of set 3. Okay, so the first exercise, and we'll do the first one, we'll do 30 seconds of each exercise as we have done in the past. It's going to be sit-ups, standard sit-up with arms across our chest here. So I'll just do a quick demo. So heels lightly touching the ground, knees bent, starting with your hands across your chest and literally just coming up, elbows to touch your knees. Okay, and don't spend too long down on the ground. We're trying to keep the tension on as much as possible, so literally touch back on the ground and up we go. 30 seconds in, are we ready? Sit-ups with arms crossed. Let's go. The reason to have your arms across your chest is it stops you throwing your arms Now if you find this exercise a little bit challenging, you can actually hook your hands behind your knees just to give yourself a little bit of extra leverage if you need it. 10 seconds. And relax. Well done, good stuff. So, next one is called swipes. Face the camera a bit more with this one. So, you're going to be sitting nice and upright, and you can either have your hands behind you, so you're kind of leaning on your hands, resting on your hands with your upper body, or hands just here by your thighs effectively. This is the harder version, by the way. Because what you're going to do is you're going to start with your feet off the ground, and then you're going to go make a V shape, so the low point of the V is right in front of your pelvis. Okay, so you've really got to work to get the feet out to the side to create that nice V shape. Are we ready? These are called swipes. Ready? And go. Key thing is to try and make sure the feet, or the toes at least, are at least eye level when you get them out to the side. You've really got to work the lower abs to get that height. You probably find that your upper body is crunching forward a little bit. 10 seconds to go. Keep those legs nice and straight. And relax. Good. Next one, hitting the same body part or same area, lymphoids, named after the great man. So again, you're going to start with your feet off the ground, and you're basically bringing one knee up to meet your chest. So you're sitting up, and one knee comes up to meet your chest alternately. Okay? And again, if you need to, you can kind of grab your hands behind your knees if you need to give yourself a bit of extra boost. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Probably feel the hip flexors already from the swipes we did a moment ago. Quite deliberate. Trying to get a positive crunch up to meet that knee. Nearly there. And relax, well done. Okay, so that's your first 3 exercises, all really focused on this front area here. Now, next area is, as I said, the back. First one is going to be a bridge to sit up. So this is a combination really of back, obviously as you're coming into a sit up, but it's going to hit the abs as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to have both feet planted to start off with. You're going to come up into the bridge position, hold fractionally, and then as you come down, you come up into the sit-up position. So it's bridge to sit up, bridge and sit up. Okay, now you can keep your feet on the floor if you want to. Obviously, a slightly harder version is to keep your feet off the floor in the sit-up. But the important thing to remember is the height of the bridge in the first part of the movement. That's the most important part really, to get that back really working, get the glutes firing at the top of the movement as well. Are we ready? So bridge first, into sit up. 2, 1, and go. Requires a bit of balance as well, this one. And if you're like me, you travel along the floor a little bit doing this one as well. That doesn't really matter, as long as you're not going to hit your head or anything. A lot of these movements are about control rather than high intensity. 5 seconds to go. And relax. Well done. Okay, that's your first back one. Dorsal leg lift is the next one. So I'm just going to rearrange my mat side on to you. Okay, so you can be laying on your front, looking down at the mat the whole time, so you keep your neck nice and neutral. And all you're going to do, keep your feet together, legs as straight as you can, and then just raise your feet off the ground, hold, tap to the ground, then straight back up, dorsal leg lift. Okay, it's all about working the glutes, the lower back, top of the hamstrings. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Helps to breathe out when you're raising your legs up. And also keep that core nice and tight. Don't spend too long at the bottom, just tap your toes and then straight back up. Trying to get some clearance off the ground with your thighs if you can. 5 seconds to go. And relax. Good stuff. Next one. Again, a back exercise predominantly. So this is a reverse plank. I've done this one a few times as well in previous sessions. So all you're going to do is primarily a hold movement, but the advanced one is going to be with a bit of leg raising as well. So on your hands then, and then lift that body up, and if you feel you can, without dropping that hip, then just lift a leg alternately, but you must try and keep your hips nice and high. Don't compromise the height of the hips by trying to lift your leg if you can't do it. Are we ready then? 30 seconds, and go. So get yourself in that nice strong reverse plank position first, before you think about any leg lifts. And if you feel brave enough or confident enough, just briefly lift that leg. Try and control the pelvis without dropping that hip. Check the watch and relax. Good stuff. Okay, so that's your 3 back exercises next to each other. The next 3, as I mentioned before, are all going to be about the sides, the obliques doing the work. So again, I'm just going to adjust my mat. Face you all. Okay, so first one is a standard crunch. So you're going to keep your feet on the ground, knees slightly bent, but you're going to crunch out to the side and touch your calf out to the side, as far down the calf as you can go. So you're really having to reach out to the side. Okay, are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Again, it helps to breathe out as you come into the sit-up position. Don't throw your arms either, really work from the abs and the obliques. Really got to try and squirm your body round to the side. That's what hits the sides and the obliques most. Good stuff. And relax, well done. Okay, next one is the side plank. So we've done this one a few times before. So key thing with this one, you're going to be hitting the obliques obviously, but you also want to be making sure you keep your hips nice and forward. So the top hip's going to be pointing to the ceiling, but you must avoid that bend in the middle by keeping your hips nice and forward. So when you get up into that side plank position, your hips are nice, or your body line's nice and straight. If you feel you can, then you're doing a knee raise without tilting the hips or dropping the hip as well. Okay, so we're going to do 20 seconds each side. Ready, and go. So get that strong position first, hips forward, then if you feel you can, just gently raise that knee. Good stuff. And change sides. Again, strong position first. Hips nice and high and forward. Well done, team. And relax. Well done. And the last one of the 9. Again, hitting these sides quite hard, is windscreen wipers. So you're going to be, put myself away from directly in the camera, so sort of crucifix position on the floor to start off with. Shoulders going to be staying on the ground the whole time. So easier version is with your knees bent and just going to be going side to side, keeping your shoulders as much on the ground as you possibly can. Or the full version is legs out to the side, and control down, power it back up to the middle. Now, the thing to remember is that you need to keep your feet above your hips. As you get more tired, the feet want to come down here. So you've got to work really hard in the lower abs to keep the legs nice and high. Are we ready then? Windscreen wipers, 2, 1, and go. Power down, sorry, control down and power it back up. Should be a distinct difference in speed from the way down to the way up. Again, keep that core pulled in nice and tight. 5 seconds left. And relax. Okay, good. Have a quick drink. So we'll put that little combination together. First one we're going to do is sit-ups with arms crossed, if you remember. So we're going to hit the front slab first, then the back, then the sides. Okay, still going to be 30 seconds. You don't need to do a lot of time for these kind of things, particularly where you're bunching a lot of exercise. Lots of exercises all located in the same body part, back to back. Gets really challenging. So it's more about quality of repetitions and the control of the movement. It's the most important thing with a session like this. So, sit-ups with arms crossed then. Keep the quality of technique nice and strong. Are we ready? 30 seconds then. 2, 1, and go. So find your own rhythm, stick to it. Don't throw those arms, keep them nice and tight across the chest, unless you're obviously using your hands behind your knees. 10 seconds. And relax. Okay, swipes is next. You can stay seated where you are, making that V shape with your feet, remember. Ready, and let's go. There's a lot of control required in this exercise. Less than 10 now. And relax, well done. Lymphods is next, so again you can stay down on your mat. This is where you're bringing one knee up to meet your chest, remember. Ready, 2, 1, and go. And relax, well done. Okay, that's your first 3 done. So bridge to sit up next. This is where you're going to bridge position first, and down, up into the sit up. Ready, and go. Move to hold for about a second at the top of the bridge, just to get the full effect. Five seconds. Come on, another one. And relax, well done. Dorsal leg lift. So on our front, lifting those straight legs out behind us. Ready, and go. Don't forget to hold at the top, good couple of seconds. Keep the tension on. Ten seconds, come on. Should really be feeling those back and glute muscles by now. And relax, well done. Reverse plank is next. Don't have to do a leg raise, it's more about the plank position that's important. Ready, and go. Nice and strong in that plank then. Just keep checking your own body line, look down your body, make sure your hips are nice and high. Should be a straight line from your heels to your shoulders really. Good work people. Also keep that core pulled in nice and tight. And relax. First of our oblique ones is the crunch with side touch. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. Come on, really squirm that body around. Touch as low down on the calf as you possibly can. Both hands. Nearly there. Last couple, come on. Relax, good stuff. Always helpful to breathe out on the positive, remember. Okay, next one, side plank with knee raise, if you feel confident enough with the knee raise. Ready, and go. Okay, nice and high in that side plank position first. 20 seconds each side again like we did before. If you're doing the knee raise, then just try keep it under control. He says, wobbling all over the place. Change sides. Really work to keep those hips as high as you can and forward. And relax. And windscreen wipers to finish this set. Are we ready? 2, 1, and go. So remember, control it down, power it up. Keeping those feet above the hips at the top of the movement. Five seconds. And relax. Good, have a drink. Should definitely be feeling a nice warm glow around this midsection area here. Doing well. So set 3 is where, because we've been hitting that same area time after time after time, you're going to find it a little bit harder to hold on to great posture, great technique. But that's what your challenge is to really do as many quality reps during the 30 seconds as you possibly can, despite the fact that you're already fatigued. So, first one of the 9, I'm sure you remember it, sit-ups with arms crossed. Reset the watch, bear with. Okay, so 30 seconds then. Set 3, ready, and go. Breathing out on the positive, so when you're sitting up, spend the time to breathe out. Ten seconds, come on. And relax, good stuff. Swipes is next. V shape with those feet. It's going to be a challenge this one, keeping those legs high. Ready? 2, 1, and go. Come on team, you can do it. Real challenge to the hip flexors this one, as well as the lower abs. Try and get those feet as far out to the side as you can. Nearly there. And relax. Good. Linfords. So that one knee coming up to meet the chest. Ready? And go. Relax, good. Oh, definitely felt that one. Finding it hard to control the way down quite so much there. Okay, bridge to sit up, the next one. Are we ready? And go. Ten seconds. Quality high, bridge high. And relax, well done. Dorsal leg lift. So on our fronts then. Ready. And let's go. Try and get the height of those feet while keeping your legs straight as you can. Really challenges the lower back muscles and the glutes. Go on, last couple. And relax, good stuff, reverse plank. Ready, and go. Well, nice and high in that plank then. Okay, just keep checking that body line. You should really feel the glutes and the hammies and the lower back muscles doing all the work on this one. and relax. Well done. Okay, crunchies with side touch. Again, because we're getting tired, don't throw those arms. Get the abs doing all the work. Are we ready? And go. Really reach round to the side. Get those obliques working. Well done, guys, keep it going. And relax. Good. Okay, side plank. Again, don't compromise the quality of the side plank for the knee lift. Leave it out if you need to. Ready. 20 seconds each side. And go. Nice and strong then, come on. Core pulled in nice and tight. Quality all the way. Change sides. Possibly finding it a bit harder just to keep that control. That's the whole point. And relax. Good. Windscreen wipers to finish them, folks. Really change those sides. Ready? And go. Come on. Come on, explode up. Control it down, drive it high. Last couple, come on. And relax. Good. And we're going to go straight into a minute of plank. Are we ready? Make your strong plank position first. Ready? And go. Nice and solid then. No rocking and rolling, no shakes. Really got to work for it. A lot of focused and concentrated effort on that one area. So although the intensity of effort may not seem that high, the intensity of load is actually quite high. That's what you'll feel in a couple of days. And those DOMs start to kick in. 20 seconds left. Hold on to it. Ten. Nearly there, come on. And relax, well done. Very good, have a drink. You've certainly earned it. So it won't be any surprise for you to learn that a lot of our stretches and cool down will be part of the midsection area. We'll do some hamstring stretches as well. There's quite a few of the exercises, particularly bridges and things like that, dorsals, will affect the hamstrings as well. So we'll start off with one of the exercises we did in the warm-up, so just some spinal rolls. So roll yourself up into a ball and just gently rock backwards and forwards about half a dozen times, just to loosen things off a little bit. So let's make that crucifix position on the ground again. Please know we're not doing windscreen wipers again, but we are going to stick one leg in the air, and then we're going to tilt that foot over to the opposite side and just relax into the stretch. Keep your shoulders on the ground, just let gravity do its thing. Take the leg down, breathe out deeply to relax into a stretch. Back to the centre, and same with the other leg. Good work, people. Okay, back to the centre. Okay, we're going to repeat that stretch, but with a bent leg this time. So you can actually then grab that knee with the opposite hand, and if need be, just give it a little bit of extra gentle pressure, just to go a little bit further into the stretch. Okay, back to the centre, and the other leg. Try and keep your shoulders as flat as you can. Okay, just relax that off, give the legs a bit of a shake. Okay, so laying where we are, you're going to have one leg straight out on the floor, and the other leg you're just going to grab behind the knee, nice and straight up into the vertical, and just gradually pull and gently pull towards you. Your chest is coming up to meet your knee effectively, just until you feel that hamstring stretch, and then hold. Accentuate the stretch by just dipping your toe towards your shin. Okay, and the other leg. Again, remember, you should be able to at least get your leg to vertical really. If you can't do that, then you've got a lot of tightness in those glutes and hamstrings. It really needs to be worked on. Okay, relax that off. Give the legs a bit of a shake. So this one's a classic glute stretch, so we're going to put one ankle across the opposite knee. And then just keep that knee out to the wide out to the side. And you're going to grab behind that supporting leg. And then again just pull towards you, so you can feel that stretch along the glutes. That's what you should be feeling at least anyway. And the more you have your knee out to the side, the more you'll feel that glute stretch. Okay, relax that off and do the other side. Again, really point that other knee out to the side as much as you can to get the full stretch. Okay, good. Okay, just shake that out. Good. So on our feet then. Just some gentle side stretches then. So keep your hands by your sides and just tilt to one side. Again, keep your core pulled in nice and tight. Again, let gravity just take yourself down as far as you can. And the other side. Keep that top shoulder nice and high. Good stuff, and some of the old favourite trunk twists. Yeah, nicely loosened off now, so it should be able to rotate a little bit further just to realign that spine just a little bit more. Good stuff. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for turning out again. Next session is going to be next Monday for the Crunch crew. So only a few days recovery before we do this all again. Thanks for coming out, guys.